Hello, and welcome to Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. I'm here to try to bring more awareness to these devastating news stories. So, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips and balance in favor of fair use. I always like to start off with a couple Bible verses. Remember that in Matthew 18, verse 6, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Also, fathers, do not embitter your children, or they will become discouraged. Learn to do right. Seek justice. See, the Bible even tells us to learn to do right, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widow. That means do not turn our backs. Hello there, Eric. Good to see you. Hello, William. Good to see you as well. Thank you, too, for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks, everyone that is here. This is a story of what is Operation Innocent Images and how was it formed. And at 12:15, I'll be doing another live, and I will be showing and teaching y'all the pedophilia symbols. So let me go without further ado. Share screen. Please hit the like button, thumbs up button, please. So this right here is Operation Innocent Images. This is from the FBI.gov's history, famous cases, Operation Innocent Images. In 1993, agents working a missing child case discovered something startling. Pedophiles were transmitting sexually explicit images of minors via the internet. In May 1993, a 10-year-old boy suddenly went missing from his neighborhood in Brentwood, Maryland. Within weeks, the investigation uncovered two pedophiles and a larger ring of online child pornographers. Within 2 years, it spawned a major national initiative that became the centerpiece of the FBI's efforts to protect children from cyberspace predators. Here's how the events unfolded. With FBI agents in Prince George's County, Maryland, police detectives went door to door to talk with neighbors following the boy's disappearance. They encountered a pair of suspicious men who had been befriending local children, showering them with gifts, and even taking them on vacation. Scary. Investigators soon discovered that the men had been sexually abusing children for a quarter century. More recently, these men had moved online, setting up several private computer bulletin boards, not only to chat with boys and set up meetings with them, but also to share images of child pornography with a larger ring of pedophiles. Both men were ultimately convicted of abusing children, but there was no evidence to link them to the boy's disappearance. Y'all notice it don't say the boy's name in here. Well, I did a search on it, and I'll show y'all in a few minutes. In the meantime, however, the original kidnapping case was expanding. Agents called every FBI office in the country to see how widespread these illicit computer techniques were. They learned that numerous complaints had been filed nationwide by irate parents who were offended by pornographic images and unsolicited obscene messages emailed right into their homes. Experts were consulted who confirmed this alarming new trend: sexual exploitation of children via computers. So I guess they didn't really do that much to the people back then until there was more availability. From there, agents opened a new case in September 1994 that came to be called Operation Innocent Images. More agents and support staff were called in. Working under strict guidelines, the agents posed undercover, pretending to be children. They engaged in electronic conversations with suspected pedophiles and posed as consumers to peddlers of child pornography. At times, they were stunned by the graphic images and the overt nature of the messages that flashed across their computer screens. Of course, who would not be shocked and flabbergasted? In the summer of 1995, the Bureau went public with a case, executing more than 100 search warrants simultaneously nationwide. Based on this investigation, the FBI formally launched the Innocent Images National Initiative to crack down on illicit activities conducted through commercial and private online services and the Internet. The mission of the Innocent Images Initiative, now renamed as part of the Violent Crimes Against Children Unit. So that's the new name of it, okay? Ultimately became even broader to break up entire networks and communities of online pedophiles and to take down major distributors and producers of child pornography and to stop sexual predators from using the internet to lure children from their families and to catch those viewing and sharing illicit images. Much of that work is done through proactive task forces across the country, which team up FBI agents and local police officers in undercover operations. Since September 2004, the FBI has been running the Violent Crimes Against Children International Task Force, formerly the Innocent Images International Task Force, made up of international investigators who work side by side with FBI agents to combat global child exploitation. Y'all see that? It's internationally. So these are trying to really combat it worldwide. By September 2007, the FBI had opened more than 20,000 cases, leading to more than 6,800 convictions, and the human impact children and families who have been protected and rescued is incalculable. The therapist knew about the things that happened to me too, but I guess there wasn't nothing that could be done back then. Statute of limitations and such and such. So, what happened to the missing boy whose case started it all? Tragically, he was never found. It is to him and to the countless victims of child sexual exploitation over the years that the FBI dedicates its continuing work today. Hey, Bucket List, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Chris, good to see you too. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, here, let's go over here. This is the boy right here that went missing, George Stanley Verdinsky. Missing since May the 24th, 1993, in Brentwood, Maryland. This was, I'm not sure when they updated this one. It's about 42 years old now. George's photo is shown age progressed to 37. He was last seen riding a small red bicycle at approximately 4:30 p.m. He was wearing a blue shirt and green shorts. He has a scar on the right side of his face above his mouth, and his hair is blondish brown. His full name is George Stanley Verdinsky Jr. If you got information on his whereabouts or hear of anybody trying to pose at him or whatever, please contact 1-301 352 1200. It's Prince George's County Police in Maryland, 1-301-352-1200. Now listen at this. This is very suspicious. So a neighbor was arrested in this Berdinsky case. She allegedly lied about seeing the boy. Why would she lie? To me, that shows guilt. Why she was arrested. I wonder how much she had to serve. But this was in 1993. Prince George's County Police arrested a Brentwood woman yesterday and charged her with lying to investigators about the last time she saw the 10-year-old boy who disappeared nearly a month ago. This is trigger warning, y'all, trigger warning. Gloria Petit, 52, a neighbor of the missing George Stanley Jr. Berdinsky, was charged with hindering a police investigation, a misdemeanor. Police said this was back, like I said, in 93, that Petit is a longtime friend of James A. Kowalski, a Winchester, Virginia man accused of molesting Petit's 11-year-old son and another Brentwood boy who is 13. See, and she stood up for him. She stood up for the pedophiles. She stood up for them. She refused to go and get these people. Man, if my kid done that, don't you think I would be telling? I would be protecting my kid. Heck no, girl. The sexual abuse charges against Kowalski and another man, Stephen Leake of Hyattsville, grew out of the search for the missing boy. Neither man has been charged in Junior's disappearance. According to police, Petite first told investigators that she saw Junior about 7:30 p.m., May the 24th, the day he disappeared. In a subsequent interview on June the 4th, according to police, Petite admitted she had lied about the last time she seen Junior. So when was the last time? Captain James White, a police spokesman, would not disclose yesterday what time Petite now says she last saw Junior or why she allegedly lied in her initial meeting with police. But White said that the timing is critical and helping detectives retrace the hours leading up to Junior's disappearance. It's 3 like 40 something. It's a very important piece of information, said White. Petite is not a suspect in Junior's disappearance, White said, but she was interviewed for several hours yesterday after her early morning arrest at her home. I wonder, did they ever find the bicycle? Where was the bicycle located? If they did find it. Yesterday's arrest was the latest turn in the mysterious case that has focused attention on the small town of Brentwood and spawned speculation that a ring of pedophiles may have preyed on the community's children. They not may have, they did. Paul Thompson, the chief prosecutor in Winchester, said yesterday that telephone records show at least 4 calls were placed from Kowalski's home to Brentwood listed on May 25th, the day after Junior disappeared. Although police sources and Prince George's say the calls were made to the Petit house, what? Thompson declined to say whether the calls were made to Petit. Say what? Junior's parents, George and Barbara Berdinsky, have said that Petit introduced Kowalski to Brentwood residents and their children. Say what? Uh, 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 uh. Wow. Wow. Why isn't she arrested for pedophilia, grooming the children? Why? 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 They say Kowalski was a fixture at Petit's home and frequently took Petit's sons and their friends, including Junior, on trips to local swimming pools and to his home in Winchester, including Junior. So Junior knew this guy. Junior knew this guy. This missing kid knew this guy. Wow. Petite and Kowalski had known each other for a long time, a number of years, Watt said. Hindering a police investigation is a misdemeanor that carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. White said that the investigators' inability to determine exactly when Junior was last seen has stymied their efforts to find him, and that the charge against Petite was intended in part to send a message to other witnesses who may have lied to police. Someone out there knows something. I think the evidence stands for itself, don't y'all? It's hard to say, but the evidence stands for itself. With people that knows about pedophilia and all, I feel that Petite, along with the other guy, are guilty. Wow. I had to get this out. Hey there. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Prayers for all the children. Amen. Good to see you, Jackie. Good to see you, Bucket List, and Eric and William. Thank you all for being here, and Chris as well. Lots of love and appreciation. Like I said, I'll be doing another live at 12:15, and I will be sharing with y'all the different pedophile symbols. Has anyone got any questions? What's your thoughts on this? Anybody got any opinions? First of all, why did she lie to police about when she last seen him? It's very suspicious that petite guy knew Junior, the boy that's missing. He would even take him to his home and take the different boys swimming. He would take these two, would take, give them gifts and take the boys on vacations. Well, they essayed them. So, excuse me, no telling where that little boy is. I hope and pray he's still alive. But to me, I don't think so. He could have even been sold to a bit bigger ring, for all we know. Exactly, like I love that, William. Calling all angels, FBI Virgin. I love that show when it's got that Calling All Angels song. It's amazing. But I can't play it because of copyright. So thank you, everyone, and I hope that y'all come back at the 12:15, where y'all will be shocked at the pedophilia signs. Well, God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much, and please hit the thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, and share, and pass the word on to others. Thank you, and God bless.